This is a sick.
When someone gets to their ideal body weight, we're so sick.
You're not. I was sick before,
We
son.
think that the person who's healthy is sick. That's how sick we are.
They had on Dr. Jason Fung, and the title of the video is Get This. Counting calories is a ridiculous way to try and lose weight.
Ruslan.
Shout out to the person who hopped in the previous stream and asked me if I was sick because I just lost 30 pounds.
Wow. Someone thought you're dying.
I remember when I interviewed Alan Parr for my channel, and he was leaner, and
You're
was,
like, "Oh,
folks saw,
man."
and folks were literally like, "Are you sick?" This is how this is how sick we are.
This is a sick.
When someone gets to their ideal body weight, which for me is between 165 and 174, like within healthy BMI,
Yep.
below 15% body fat, we're so sick.
You're not. I was sick before,
We
son.
think that the person who's healthy is sick. That's how sick we are.
Maybe it's how fast it went. Maybe because it's faster.
It's not like I got the thing. It ain't got like extra skin.
You got the gobble gobble.
It ain't like I got the thing. It's just I just got healthy, and people think I'm sick when I'm really healthy. That's how backwards. There's a message in that. That can preach.
Wow.
That can preach.
That'll go hard.
We're so backwards. It's the upside down for real. It's the upside down for real. Where people are like, "Yo, fam, yo, you look too healthy. You gotta be sick."
You got. Yeah, that's yeah.
This hoodie is a 2X, and now I'm skinny.
Yeah.
That's what's happening.
We're gonna touch on some fitness stuff because we don't talk about this enough. I was having a conversation with my good friend, initially my fitness coach, about why people get hung up in this process of fitness transformations. Now, if you guys don't know, I followed the Empty Your Bucket plan. Coach JT, he is awesome. We're going to have him as a guest on really soon. He walked my brother Alan Parr through the process, and then Alan Parr lost like 35 pounds, kept the weight off. I was like, Bruce, you want to do this? I was like, I'm down. So he connected me. And so the conversation I'm having now is, why did I stay stuck in this pattern? And I think I narrowed it down. Now, I'm not saying this is applicable to everyone everywhere, but I do think for me, this is absolutely true in terms of my body, and it may be true for your body, okay, in terms of if you've been in a rut with regards to this. And it's the question of calories in versus calories out, counting macros, or the quality of the calories you're consuming, okay? If you guys know, I'm a big fan, and still am a big fan, of Coach Greg. He does some really good advice in terms of fitness and eating some yummy, delicious food that are low caloric by making simple substitutes. He has a cookbook, yada, yada, yada. Now, I've tried some of his recipes. I've tried some of these things, and I was just not able to stay consistent and keep the weight off until I did what I'm going to share I did with you guys with Coach JT. But let's take a look at this video here, because this is called Calories In, Calories Out. This Coach Greg agreed.
And y'all, a lot of you are going to be hating on me because you're all big fans of Jason Fung. Because he does fasting. This has nothing to do with fasting. This video is not about fasting. It's about calories in, calories out, losing.
Have you ever heard of this guy before?
Yeah, I have.
He's amazing.
weight. Coach Greg, and today I'm going to be reviewing a video done by NBC News. They had on Dr. Jason Fung, and the title of the video is Get This. Counting calories is a ridiculous way to try and lose weight. So here's the problem. So much misinformation is on.
So by the way, calories are a measurement of heat. It's a measurement of heat, not of food. We just apply it to food because food has calories.
On the internet that people don't know what to believe. Let me read this comment. Seriously, I don't know who to trust anymore. Trust me, Coach Greg. I'm going to give you the straight up facts. Everybody's going to say something different. You don't know who to believe. You don't know who to trust.
I'm not sure if this is his real voice. He does sound the same in podcasts. It's kind of a character he does. But it's his real voice, but he's kind of doing a character in terms of like kind of this yelly tone he does.
One person says one thing, another says the opposite. You don't know what to believe. I'm going to keep it simple, and I'm going to make sense.
The question I'm asking is, are all calories equally fattening? And the answer is no.
Well, no, but that doesn't mean calories in, calories out don't work. Different foods have different thermic effects. If you eat one food, it doesn't mean it's going to be burnt off in the same exact manner. Some foods like protein, it takes more calories and energy to digest than other foods like fat. So if you eat the same amount of calories from fat as protein, the person who eats protein is going to be able to lose more weight than the person eating fat. That doesn't mean calories in, calories out don't work. It means that if you eat more protein, the calories out goes up. You see the difference?
And he's right, except he also left out that protein is 4 calories per gram, whereas fat is 9 calories per gram. So if you're eating foods that are primarily higher in fats, peanut butter, stuff like that, they're higher in calories per the weight of the food.
If you eat a whole shitload of fat and you switch to eating a shitload of protein, you burn more calories digesting the protein.
Yes, and protein, it also digests faster for you.
Work energy.
When you burn more calories eating more protein because the way that it digests.
To turn protein that you eat into stored body fat. So that answers that part. That doesn't mean the laws of thermodynamics do not apply. Let's see the rest of the video.
A calorie of brownies is not the same as a calorie of kale. It's just not. That's just common sense. But yet we try to pretend that they're the same. So if it's not about calories, it's really about our hormonal response to those calories.
So he's saying it's about our hormonal response to the calories that we're eating. To a degree. If you eat certain kinds of foods, your hormones could change slightly, and you might burn off a little bit less calories. But it doesn't change the fact that it's calories in, calories out. If you're in a deficit, you lose weight. If you're in a surplus, you gain weight. Let's see more.
So that is true. If you're in a caloric deficit, you will lose weight. If you're in a surplus, you will gain weight. But I got a catch for you guys I'm going to share at the end of the video. So just bear with me.
So you say, hey, companies love the fact that they can classify things by calories. Because, for example, sugary beverages like pop or something, you say, hey, if you go and do some cardio, you're going to burn off some calories. So it's okay to drink the sugar that has calories in it. So he's like, oh, that doesn't work out. It's not work like that. Well, yes, it freaking does. If you go and run 10 miles and burn off 1,000 calories and say, hey, I'm going to now eat 1,000 calories, it balances out.
There's a fundamental flaw in this whole energy balance equation. The energy balance equation says that body fat equals calories in minus calories out. So what we take from that is that we assume that if we simply reduce the amount of calories we take in, that we're going to reduce our body fat.
If you increase your caloric intake, you need to increase your caloric expenditure to balance out those calories. Does that not make sense? The more you eat, the more you need to move to burn off those calories. The less you move, if you sit on your ass and don't do anything, you need to eat less to counterbalance that. That is simple and easy to understand, but they're trying to overcomplicate it. That's what they're doing. Let's see more. Say you're not going to reduce your body fat by simply lowering your calories. Well, kinda not. If you lower your calorie intake, but lower your energy expenditure at the same time, it can balance out and you don't lose any weight. Well, yeah, that makes sense. If I go from running 10 miles a day and I stop running and I start eating less, I'm not going to lose weight because I'm not moving as much. I'm not burning as many calories off. So you can't just eat less if you move less. If you eat less and move less, it balances out. So it doesn't just work like that. Let's see what else he says.
So there's actually two parts to it, the calories in and calories out. So the question really is, if you reduce your calories taken in, does your calories that your body expends stay stable? And the answer is no, and we've known this for about 100 years.
And is he right? He is right. But that doesn't mean he's literally right. It doesn't mean that calories in, calories out doesn't work. It means that if you eat less and you burn off less, then you're not going to lose weight. If you eat 500 calories less, but burn off 100 calories less, you still have a 400 calorie deficit.
Hopefully everybody's understanding the premise of the conversation. Calories in, calories out versus quality of calories. And now here's what I found for meat. Not all calories are built the same in the sense that how different calories affected me was that if I followed what Coach Greg prescribed, which is, you know, you can have the yummy food, you just got to make it with lower fat cheese instead of regular cheese. You got to use this bread instead of that bread. What I found for me, Ray, is that the foods that I was eating that didn't consider the quality of the food, of the quality of the calories was causing me to crave more unhealthy foods because my fuel source was one that was based on sugars and starches. Glycogen. So when I would eat stuff that was higher in glycogen, I would continue craving more foods that were higher in glycogen. And so I was consistently craving more food. So if I did a big workout, I couldn't be in a deficit because I was always craving more. I was always craving more. But when I switched my body from what it used as energy, all of a sudden, I was able to get into a calorie deficit easier. Hey, you want to see something crazy? 67% of the people who watch this channel are not subscribed. Do me a quick favor, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you stay up to date on all the videos here on the Blessed God Studios channel.
I'm the last guy to give nutrition advice. I'm over here learning. Do you think it's because you're having more? You said the quality of the food.
Yes.
Do you think your body is less hungry for bad stuff because it's nutrient dense? What you're eating is more nutrient dense and cleaner. Thus, your body says, "Hey, I don't have any desire for what I'm not supposed to have because I'm full." Like
Yes,
my cells are shiny.
I think it's nutrients because yes, chicken, broccoli, kale, spinach is going to be higher in nutrients.
Yeah.
And I think it's avoiding sugar, which on Coach Greg's plan, you could still have sugar, which creates that, it makes me not as satiated. I'm still hungry.
Sugar is a crack.
Sugar was the culprit in all of my issues. And so when I
Still the culprit in minds, guys.
when I stopped eating anything with sugar, any yerba mates with sugar, I swapped all that out for stevia. I stopped that. Then all of my carbs, because I'm still having carbs. I'm not like, oh no, don't do carbs. I'm still having carbs. All my carbs are coming from, you see this stuff. I eat broccoli, cauliflower, Brussels sprouts, greeny foods that are lower on the glycemic index, meaning they're not spiking my blood sugar.
Because again, this is what I'm saying. Is it because we're describing complex carbs?
Yes, exactly.
And so complex carbs are what? Nutrient dense.
For a while, I went without even having sweet potatoes or fruit, right? And so I took the plan that I did is basically like all of them combined. It's paleo in the sense that you're not having grains, you're not having sugar, you're not having dairy, right? It's keto, a slight ketosis, because I'm getting most of my carbs from broccoli and cauliflower, and then I'm really using healthy fats to fuel me. I'm using the clean salad dressing without sugar. I'm using the avocados. I'm using those things to get my fuel. And so I'm able to, one, not crave the unhealthy carbs, the unhealthy foods. I'm able to get cleaner sources of energy, like from healthy fats. I'm able to eat high amounts of protein, and I don't have these cravings that I used to have, right? Like it's 7:20. I haven't eaten since we went out to eat. What time was that? 2:00.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I'm good. Like, can I eat? Yeah, I can eat, but I'm good. And so using more cleaner sources of protein and avoiding almost everything else is good. Now I'm eating more, like I'll still have sweet potatoes. I'm back to having cherries once a day. Like I have carbs. I just don't have them. And so I think they're both right. I think that's the issue about this conversation. They're both right. It is calories in, calories out. But how do we get to having a calorie deficit every day?
Can I be honest?
Go ahead.
You sound like a nut job to me.
I sound like a nut job? Okay.
Bro, you just said, listen, have mercy on the chubby guy here. Okay?
No, you're good.
No, listen. No, you need to have
This
mercy.
is good. This is good, though.
My
Because
guy,
if I'm not being clear.
dog, you just said, I'm clear to have a cherry. Whoa! Guys.
You're wild.
Guys,
Why'd you go there? Why'd you take it there, man?
Somebody tell me in the chat, am I
I'm flowing and Ray talking about something totally different. You need to eat, huh? You hungry?
Brother, does a bear poop in the forest? Okay. But listen, I like having this conversation with you because
You're wild. That was good.
No, that's hilarious.
That was good. That was good.
Give this man a cherry.
So for the first couple of months of the program, there were no fruit. There was no sweet potatoes. There was nothing but broccoli, kale, spinach, Brussels sprouts, and almost 2 pounds of protein a day. Now I could have sweet potatoes and cherries and stuff like that.
Let me ask you a question. Why?
Because we wanted to move me away from eating foods that would spike my blood sugar, which sweet potatoes does. Because when you spike your blood sugar, you're more likely to crave other sweet and starchy foods.
Let me ask you a question, because this is a good take right now that I'm going to get you on.
Give me.
What I'm hearing is that you had to starve yourself of the things that you naturally are predisposed to, the natural things that you like, right, for a season, so that you could be trusted eating those things later.
Yep, exactly.
It sounds like a sermon to me, my brother.
That's a good. I could preach. So, and it was that the first 4 days was bad.
Now let me ask you.
It was a headache. Your body's literally detoxing from a drug. Sugar is a drug.
Yeah.
And then if you're not having sugar, you can substitute it with fructose, which is not as bad as sugar,
right,
but it's still not great for you to be spiking your blood sugar. So all day, every day, most people on the American diet are waking up, having something to spike their blood sugar. They get the rush, then they crash around lunchtime, then they got to eat again, then they crash, and it's doing this all day. Where now I'm just an even keel. I may have carbs for my first or second meal. Sometimes I don't even crave carbs anymore. I mean starchy carbs, right? Yeah. Sweet potatoes, fruit. I don't even crave that.
So look, I'm trying to make better decisions here. Okay?
Well, I gave you the book.
Oh, guys, I got the book yesterday. So when he says he gave me the book,
2 days ago.
Don't jump into some conclusions, okay? Because I'll go through the camera and smack somebody, okay?
Yeah.
I'm chubby. So, and I'm working on it. So just from your experience, because I'm trying to get better at things. For how long were you in this miserable state? You know what I'm saying? With the shakes, the physical shakes, with the desire,
Yeah. I detoxed. It was about 3 or 4 days.
Okay,
and then once it all left, bro, I had to go through Christmas. I had to go through my birthday, New Year's Eve, and then once I got through that first week, everything clicked, and I wasn't even like all the temptation was gone.
Okay, great. So first of all, on my birthday, not happening. Demonic. Second,
Bro, it was hard. Christmas was hard. It was really difficult.
I'm Puerto Rican. There's a hog waiting for me on Christmas. Okay. Now that we're not in Christmas and nowhere near my birthday. Yeah. Okay. I'm just trying to be open to this to make some better changes in my life. And I'm learning from you. Yeah. Right. So this is what you do when you have a problem with something. Yeah. You ask somebody who actually went through the process. Yes. So that you can get some good information. Yes. Not ask somebody who's also morbidly obese on the situation. Right. Proverbially speaking. So 4 days of
hell. Hell.
Okay. So
bad. 4
days of hell.
Yeah.
Then describe to me what the next few days were like.
The next few days were like, okay, I got to make sure I eat before I'm hungry, because that can preach, right? Like serve yourself the right things before you're tempted to eat the wrong things, and so I'm waking up, I'm having 2 cups of broccoli, leafy greens, and 8 ounces of chicken, which is a lot of chicken. And then, bro, I can't even finish my food because I'm eating so much food that I'm not even finishing my food. You know what I mean? And so I'm eating, and I'm like, yo, this is a lot. Like this is a lot of volume, and I'm having 2 meals like that with some sort of healthy fat, avocado or some sort of salad dressing. And then nighttime, it's the same meal, but it's again 8 ounces, leafy greens, broccoli, but no fat. I'm not having fat at night. And then when you see the scale just drop, I mean, bro, Dr. Eric Mason lost like 18 pounds in his first week. And so a lot of that is water weight, but the way and by the way, my coach is he has his master's in
nutrition.
In addiction.
Ooh.
And addiction and counseling.
See, this is why.
Yeah. So he's trying to get to the root of like, bro, you have because remember, I did this before in 2018, 2019.
No, I remember when you did the 20, what is it called? The
Whole 30.
Whole 30.
Whole 30. So this is like Whole 30, except I can't have starchy carbs for the first 12 weeks, or for my case was first, on his is 8. So I did it before, but I never got this lean. I never got to, I'm 172. Like I'm almost looking at like college weight. Wow. You know what I mean? And so those of you guys that are like, you need glycogen to be strong, just wait till you see my after photos. Like, and then we'll discuss who needs what. Make sure you guys follow Ray Rock on all social media.
I am Ray Rock.
I am
Twitter,
Ray Rock.
Instagram.
Yes, and hopefully we have him back. Hopefully we'll get him to start doing his own show. We're going to be working on, he got some of his equipment, so me and Zach going to be working with him tomorrow.
I need some space.
Yeah, and maybe he'll be back tomorrow as well. We'll see.
Yeah.
So, guys, if you enjoyed this stream, make sure you smash that like button. Make sure you're subscribed. And if you want to go the extra mile, and partner with us in our online community for as little as $5 a month, get the replay of these daily streams completely unedited, access to our podcast before they hit the internet, access to our private Discord, discount code for our store, all for $5 a month to keep us independent, ultimately answering to you and only you, and never having to take a brand deal and make goofy commercials like these.
Our friends at Genucel Skincare have exciting news to celebrate in 2023.
Using Manscaped during my showers after workout has given me much more confidence.
And that's where Mud Water comes in.
True Classic has got your back.
All thanks to the sponsor of today's video, SayMine.com. Established Titles is your opportunity to earn the title of Laird or Lady. Subject to credit approval, rates range from 7.99% APR to 19.99% APR, included 0.50% auto pay discount.
If you don't want us to make ads with brands you don't care about, sign up for our online community for as little as $5 a month to keep us independent and ultimately answering to you as our boss. You get all sorts of benefits like daily replays of our after party streams, exclusive access to our Discord community, and early access to our podcast interviews, all starting for only $5 a month.